Sup guys, today's video is gonna be what if Naruto was the reincarnation of Baki, Hanma, and Oma. Typically this guy. I don't know his name that good, but he's someone like he's really strong. And just know if these two were paired together in a fight, a death battle, it would be a standstill. Or they would be too powerful for each other. But put these two together, most unstoppable force on the planet. Wait. So, I had to pause it again. And this is where I left off. I left off where I was explaining. No, I left off nowhere. I was just explaining how Baki, Hanma, and everything. Oma, I forgot his last name, but they're masters of fighting. And if they were to be put together, once again, unstoppable force. So, today I'm going to break law and break your guys' ears and put those two together and see what would happen. So, one particular day, this is after the QB attack. In this, Naruto gets the good 9 tails, just trying to make my character super OP. And Naruto loves training. He even loves reading books or stuff in beside, cause my characters has to be smart. So whenever he has the time, or when he's done training, he's reading books. He's doing everything that he can to improve. Some would say that he's really a good person. But the villagers are annoyed that he never actually pays attention to them. Whenever they try insulting him, he just walks past them, not even shedding one tear. And he doesn't do pranks. He has to sneak into the library, but no one really knows. And when the days go by, they see that he's getting fitter. No, he's just getting a few muscles and all that. And no one really cares, about the demon fox. They just scream at him, sometimes throw stuff at him, but he just takes it like the champ, sometimes even bleeding. But he just holds his head and walks right past them. And I would like to say something. He cannot feel pain. Like, if you stab him, he would just look down like nothing just happened. So, he's actually gonna be really, really strong. So my character is 1. Resistance to pain. And another, the reincarnations of two strong people. So, they notice that he's actually weaving their attacks. And he doesn't really care. The 9 tails looks. It's like, this kid. If Minato seen how much power this kid has, he would be shocked. Shocked so much that I can't even find the words I'm saying in his mind. And then he's like, so I guess this is my new host, a kid that's strong. And when Naruto's training, he's like, I want to go get something to eat. And he eats ramen, but not a lot. He eats it. He barely eats. The only thing that he eats is vegetables and sometimes meat. No, this is gonna be funny. So instead of him, he's gonna eat junk food a lot. I'm gonna say that every time he eats, he burns calories because that's one person's skill. And um and the show baki, whatever it's called. That's one person's talent or power. They can when they're eating, they literally burn calories, and that would be actually OP. So that actually is what Naruto's able to do. So he eats junk food a lot, keeps a fit bod, and he's really capable. Like he's immune to everything. Try hurting him, he's like bitch slap. So we'll go to the Pacific date where the bullies are bothering Hinata. So when they're bothering Hinata, he goes up to them and says, uh, is that the way you're supposed to be treating a lady? How are you supposed to get a wife if you're bullying a lady? They're like, shut up! Get out of our sight, you demon! I'm like, I really don't like that insult. And stop calling me a demon. Because if your mother was like to call you a demon, would you allow it? Would you lash it out at her? Go in your room and scream at her? Will you do that? No, that's what I thought. So don't call me a demon. You're like, you better get out of here before we hurt you. Says, go ahead, try. Like your guy's gonna do anything. You're like, stop being cocky, kid. You don't wanna know what's gonna happen to you. They start getting agitated. And then one of the kids says, enough, I'm gonna go kill him. Not like kill him, but I'm gonna go knock some sense into this guy's head. He's like, welcome to try. With a stupid look on his face. And he's like, I guess I have another fight. And then the first kid rushes past them. He's like, ducks, and the guy like, cause he's kind of like a Hyuga. And I'm gonna say that every kid learns the 64 palms at a young age. So he's trying to block off his chakra. And this is where he tries, and Naruto just stands there, allows him to block off all of his chakra, and says, so am I supposed to fall to the ground or something? And he's like, what? He's a monster. That's supposed to block off all your chakra. And that barely even... He's like, what? And then the other kid, and then he goes for a swift roundhouse kick to the face. But, Naruto dodges it and says, just yawns quickly and is like, you're really weak. I thought I would get a good fight out of you, but honestly, you're really weak. I know who taught you, but he's like, stop slandering the Hyuga name. Oh, I forgot to mention that the kid that's fighting is actually a half-breed, so he doesn't have the Hyuga eyes, but he can activate the Byakugan, but it's kind of weak. So, because it wouldn't make sense because they have the same eyes, and they would actually be quite stupid just to bully their own eyes. No, know what? They're not Hyugas. Repcon that. They're just kids. And Naruto's manhandling them like, you're weak, blah 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 blah. Get out my sight, little kids. And this is where they're like, ugh, how are we supposed to kill him? And then the other kid pulls out a kunai, bro. I hope kunai, and throws it at him. Naruto just dodges like nothing happened. Like, what's that supposed to do? It's like, yeah, my dad said I was strong. It's like, he goes for a second punch, and then Baki just get on my face, you hypocrite. And this is where they all use teamwork, because they understand that they can't beat him on their own. And they're like, yeah, and he's like, ah, and then they're like, ah, and they all attack at once, and each of them go for a punch at the same time. And this is where Naruto goes for the quickest punch ever. He redirects all their punches so they can hit each other. And when they hit each other, they can feel the blow of each other's punches. And they all spit a blood, because Naruto pushed them back with a lot of strength. And he's like, I can't believe that's it. I was expecting a fight from some weakling. I wasn't expecting you guys to be such weaklings. But can't get your hopes up. So he's like, wow, you my shots are off. Yep, that was meant to happen. Those are one hit. And he's like, so I guess you guys are literally losers. And then this is where they all fall unconscious. And not just like weaklings. This is where he helps up Hinata. This is where Hinata has that blush. That now in this, she's gonna be a lot more attracted to Naruto, because he's not only beat them up, he not only defended her, but he beat the living crap out of them. She's like, no, 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 thank you, no, no. She's like, what is your name? And he's like, Naruto. She's like, thank you, Naruto. I feel weird making that voice. Thank you, Naruto. So he's like, you're welcome. Keep yourself out of trouble. And then she agrees. And then they both part ways, but Naruto also drops his scarf. It was little damage because the kunai hit it. And this is where she picks it up. You know that pick up the scarf and remember it thing? So she picks up his scarf. She's like, I will never let go of this prized possession. Oh, that crap. And Naruto is now leaving and gets home. And it's like, I guess today was kind of weird. I met a beautiful lady. It saved her. I think she likes me. At least what I think. Don't think she likes me back. He says. And he's like, I wish she liked me, but I'm a demon. But she did ask what my name was. But that has nothing to do with anything. And he's like, why am I curving? And he's like, I guess I'm gonna remain a loser. And today is gonna be the first day of the academy. And Naruto's swole as F. Like, as soon as he walks into class, the girls start drooling and like they don't even know it's Naruto because they think it's some other kid, and like they look at Sasuke for 1 second and they look at because they were all fangirling all over Sasuke. Now they look at the new kid and they're like, I guess you gotta move on. And this is where, and they all ask, what is your name? And he's like, Naruto. And they're all shocked. You're Naruto? They're like, yeah, what's the problem? And they're like, nothing. And all the girls remember what their parents say. Naruto is a demon. And they like, if demons are this hot, I guess it's not bad to try. And they're all fangirling. And then this is where Hinata shows up. She sees Naruto and she wants to repay him somehow. But then she sees the fan club. She's like, I'm never gonna be able to get the Naruto. All these girls are fangirling over him. And this is where Naruto says, oh, what's up, Hinata? And this is where Hinata's like, starts blushing. And she's like, hey, Naruto. It's so fucking cringe. Hey, Naruto. How's your day? Actually, quite good. How's yours? He's like, it's quite good. I actually been training so I can keep myself out of danger. Harm's way, I mean. He's like, too bad. I wanted to save you again. And this is where she like, I can stop training. And then she's like, oh, nope, you're never stopping training. She's like, okay, Naruto. She's kind of like, if you ever watch Yamiko, she's in her mind. You can see that blush, that voluptuous blush. If you ever watched this gambling show, like what horny female gamblers. My older people watching, you know what I'm saying. So they're like horny gamblers and stuff, and they do whatever they want for gambling. There's some boys in it, but there's the boy that's the main character, and he's like he doesn't get that much respect. This girl named let me not say anything about the show. Let me talk about this one. So, wow, I'm surprised. And then they're like, okay, Naruto, and they're all like fangirling, and this is where, cause all the girls sit in one pile next to Naruto, and it's like a whole seat of girls, and all the boys are jealous of Naruto. They see how Naruto's getting all these girls, and then Sasuke, and this is where Sasuke walks up to Naruto and says, "Thank you," and he says, "Thank you," and he says, "For what?" Getting those annoying girls off my back. It's like, I never wanted these. these chicks. You can have them back. And then he says, ladies, if you ever want to get to be my girlfriend, first you have to fangirl over Naruto for until we end up at I'm done with the academy. And they all listen to Naruto, and Sasuke's like, no, why would you do that? And they all start fangirling AF. And this is where I'm gonna leave the show off. Let me kill myself. Or probably not. It's probably a smoke grenade. Yep, do it. Smoke screen. And this is where I'm going to be ending off the video.